Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm sad to announce that the McLaren career mode has to come to an end. Um, so that I myself can meet regulations for the league that I'm going to be hosting and running. I have not decided on what team I will be using in said league, but as you can see here from my creation, you will see the helmet combo and everything that I will be running. I will be requiring myself to take a photo of said helmet so as to be able to put on the Facebook page and allow people to know which helmet I'm using. So as we sit here, I'm deciphering between one of these two helmets, kind of leaning towards this one. I might go black with some... I actually like the gold, but we're looking more towards the line of something different. Oh, that's not... Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. Maybe. Hold on. The black looks vibrant. The white looks fantastic. Oh, this is actually a really difficult decision. Of course, I could take the easy decision and just take one of the custom helmets. Could also go in route of Polish colors. Although black isn't really a Polish color, but hey, you know what? Well, that's not bad either. I like the gold too. Wow. So I'm leaning towards the purple. I actually kind of like that. In fact, let me see how this looks. Maybe we can go with the massive black helmet, but with the white. No, for some reason that just doesn't look right. I don't know why. So I don't know why. I love that helmet. All right, guys. Give me 1 second to actually. We're leaning towards that helmet, no doubt. But might be something more my style down here. I'm still leaning towards that one. I love that helmet. This is actually really tough. Could do the classical route. What's this? Oh, there's a star on it. Ooh, let's see what we have here. This is a new one to me. Huh. That looks neat too. I like it. What about this one? So far, I like it already. And I go the route that I want to with it. I really want to go black helmet-esque. Oh, this helmet is beautiful. Let's see what we have here. Ooh. That is nice. If we go white with it. Ooh. So yes, as you can see, I'm having a bit of a problem trying to figure out which helmet I want to go with, because so far they're really all neat. Nope, that's the black portion that I want to go with. That's a portion of it I want to go black. Ooh, that could work. That is our helmet, ladies and gentlemen. I like it. And let me make sure I get a good photo of this. Okay, there we go. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, there's our helmet. We are taking the right of the first Polish driver in the Super Championship League Racing. Our number is 24. Name continuing on as per usual. I'm using my name, which actually works. I'm using my full first name instead of how I've been using just the short name. It still works because my last name is of Polish descent primarily. So, yes, it works perfectly fine. There we go. So we are all good there. Now we move on to picking a team. Do we want to go one of the top level teams? Do I want to become a trader and sell my soul and join Mercedes, AMG, Petronas? Maybe I just want to be with Ferrari. I like Ferrari. They're all right. You have Williams. Red Bull. Force India. Toro Rosso. We could go with McLaren again, but I don't think we want to really. Wow, they're okay. That's something I didn't expect. You know what? We're going Renault Sport. The Renaults, guys. We're going with the Renaults. We are going to show up with the balance compound. Settings, race settings, legend. There we go. Everything looks good there. Let's double check assists. Right how I want it for now. Alright guys, we're going to start the season.
Hi, I'm Emma Jenkins. I'm a specialist in contract law and I've been brought in to work as your agent. I'll be working to get you the best deal in the boardroom, which means you need to do the best possible job out there on the circuit. When you get new contract offers, either from new teams or an amendment to your existing offer, it'll come through me. I'll also keep you up to date on discussions behind the scenes to change your terms or any specific goals that the team has set for you. If a contract offer does come through, I'll present to you the available offers and then you can make the call. I assume that all sounds fine. Well then, good luck this season, and I'll catch you later.
So there we go. We have signed with Renault. The goal here is to, as we did with McLaren, try to bring these guys back to prominence. If you remember, about 10 years ago or so, Renault was top of the world. They were one of the best teams in Formula One. They had Fernando Alonso and Giancarlo Fisichella. In that time, I believe Alonso won 2 straight world titles, stemming right off the back of Michael Schumacher's last championship. Either way, Renault, since that time, has seriously gone downhill. So here we are with Renault in Australia. We're bottom of the grid. They went downhill, then they became Lotus, then they became Renault again, and I think they went back to Lotus, and now they're back to Renault, or I don't know. It was very confusing there for a little while with them, but doesn't really matter. We're going to drive the this one's a beautiful car. I love it. It's a very beautiful Renault. Very well done. I absolutely love the way it looks. Everything about this car. We're going to go ahead and handle the track acclimatization. That's going to be the only thing we're going to handle in this. Mainly because I do not want to try to do a full-length broadcast with everything involved and deal with that. Because this is the opening broadcast, for those of you who may have missed the original McLaren series with the way it started, I wanted to at least allow you guys this moment. But after this, it's back to the way we ended the McLaren series, which I felt provided much better results in product, as I like to put it. It was better broadcasting and much better done. So we shall see a return to form with that in Bahrain. Expect that, guys. Otherwise, we're just going to try to finish this race as best we could, or best we can. Remember, we are on legend difficulty. We're not going to finish well. I don't expect it. The goal is to finish wherever the team wants us to. If we can make Q2, I'm going to be thrilled. I'm going to be ecstatic if we can make Q2. If not, so what? You know. So we missed Q2. Big deal. Either way, this is not by any means the team I'm going to choose for the league to run. This is just the team I'm going with for this career mode. Again, it doesn't really matter which team anyone chooses, because it's going to be likely on, or it is going to be on equal footing on all cars, so as to not cause a problem. So as not to make it retarded and unfair, and the fact that, hey, you know, somebody's going to be stuck in a manor and there's going to be people in the Mercedes, and if we don't put them all on equal, the Mercedes is going to finish with a 2-lap advantage on the manor. I don't know. Either way, it needs to be equal. If you could do basically a career mode online with friends and be able to research and develop cars and do all that, then we'd go with the realistic car settings. But we are stuck doing it the way that we have to do it, and I'm not going to cause anybody to sacrifice their season just because they didn't get signed up in time, or, you know, they just got stuck with Manor, or maybe they just want to drive the Manor. I don't know. Some people are weird like that. Either way, doesn't really matter. Everybody's going to be on equal footing. Right now, I will tell you, I am leaning towards Ferrari. The only problem there is I'd have to have Sebastian sub for me. I'm okay with that, but I'd prefer to have Kimi. I like Kimi. Kimi's my favorite driver, for those of you who don't know. That's one of my big problems with going to Ferrari. I don't want to go to Red Bull because, well, I have a distaste for Red Bull and their antics after, with the whole Sebastian Vettel versus Mark Webber saga that we saw for a few years there. I always liked Mark. Mark was another one of my favorite drivers, and I felt like he was wrongly taken advantage of at Red Bull during the Sebastian Vettel era there, and it was just a horrible situation. I'm also leaning towards McLaren and Renault and Haas. Now, the thing is, I kind of want to leave Haas open again for the Americans, because I must say it would probably be one of the coolest things. Oh, that's nice. That's what happens when I'm not paying attention, guys. Yay! That's gonna end practice at least, guys. But yeah, I want to leave Haas open because it would be pretty awesome to see two Americans driving for the American team in career mode. So that's going to be the option for those guys. I don't know. I don't know where I want to drive right now. It's probably going to end up being Ferrari, but, you know, it's whatever. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and announce it. I will be driving for Ferrari in the season, or in the championship league, whatever.
Hi.
Super Championship Racing League. I will be driving for Ferrari. I will be the lead Ferrari, of course. Now, here's the thing. As team principal, this was something I probably should have mentioned in the infocast for the league, but I'm mentioning it here because I hope the same people will be watching the video. As team principal, I will also at any point during the season have the right to move myself to the second car. A team principal will have that right after the start of the season, if they feel that the other driver is the better driver and that should therefore be in the first car. You know, if you're driving in Formula One, they're always gonna go to the first or the top guy before they're gonna put, you know, the second guy in the best car. It's just not gonna happen. So car number one goes to whoever team principal feels is the best driver on the team. You know, that could be me. That could be whoever I decide to sign on to drive the second car at the start of the season. You have to have... Now, here's something that I am going to require, because I know somebody may end up in a situation like myself where maybe you just want the AI, in case you have to miss, to be your favorite driver, which is the first reason you're taking that team anyway. You will have to show proof as to why you're making that change. AKA, you know, if you're out qualifying the guy each and every week and out racing him, finishing higher than him each and every week, you will be remaining in the first car because you are deserving of the first car. But if he's outperforming you each and every week, then yes, you will be allowed to make that switch and allow them to run the first car while you run the second, because clearly you are not the better driver. With that being said, you will still be team principal. You will still have that right to make whatever changes you want at any point in time. It's your right. You're team principal. Hey, that's the way that's going to work. I'm the head of Ferrari, the prancing horse. I have a lot on my plate now.
Guess who made the gossip columns this morning?
That's a
Everyone's
big,
talking about this
tall
new rival
task
in
to
town.
ask.
Check
And
your stats
oddly
out.
enough, you know, I'm also going to be the first Polish-born driver to drive for Ferrari. Even though I'm not actually... You get the point. My driver's nationality is going to be Polish, so... Whenever the flag pops up, it'll be the Polish flag and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. We're going to find out who we're going to get to drive along with us. I don't know at this point in time. It'll be interesting to find out, though. So, first off, let's see what Emma has to offer us on the subject of session goals for qualifying. Alright, so if we get into the second round, we're in business. Either way, I think we're in business. I hope we're in business. We want to out-qualify our teammate. We want to do better than our teammate in every which way damn well possible. And we want to finish higher than our teammate. So, I'm going to let David Croft and Anthony Davidson talk, so here you go.
Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly. This is the kind of track that eats rear tyres for breakfast, or so I'm told by more experienced drivers than myself.
Well, tyre management is key here, specifically the rears. It's all too easy to overheat and wear the rear tyres if they're punished out of the low-speed corners. Most teams won't be able to avoid some kind of issue here, especially the teams that are running less downforce.
All right, so
Getting out of this qualifying session, but see what you can do.
this is going to be... Ooh, we might have an advantage, guys. For those of you who don't know or maybe haven't followed along, the AI tend to be fairly stupid when it comes to racing in the rain. That's why I'm not making much of changes to the car. They're usually slower and as well and whatnot. In fact, for example, in the Brazilian Grand Prix, it started on full wets and then it went to inters, at which point once we were on the inters and getting ready to start back onto the normal dry slick tires, by the time that pit stop rolled around, I had almost a 30-second lead on second place. If you haven't watched that video, go do it and you will see what I mean about the AIs. Personally, I want to see it fixed. I like the fact that I can kick their ass from here to Australia and back, and then again to England and back, and then again to the moon and back. But it's unrealistic. I'm sorry. A Renault is not going to kick the shit out of a Mercedes just because it's raining. It's not going to happen. So, Codemasters, if you could, please fix that problem. If not, it's okay. We'll live with it. But I personally think it's something that they should fix. I know I've watched a few other career mode videos. I've seen people complaining about these videos because, somebody's driving a Manor and they're out dragging a Mercedes, but they're already 3/4 of the way into the season and have subsequently done drag reduction upgrades and weight reduction upgrades, therefore making the car faster in a straight line. And not to mention that the Manor is already fairly fast in a straight line. It is powered by the Mercedes. So while yes, it is unconventional to see in real life, especially but the way that this game works and the way that you can upgrade your cars makes it so that it's actually plausible. So we are now running a second lap because that first lap sucked some serious ass. I don't think we're going to get any faster, though. I'm sorry to say it. I think we are going to qualify 22nd, and we are going to finish 22nd, and there's going to be nothing we can do about it.
It looks like we'll be running on a dry track soon. Back to dry
Of course,
shortly.
I could be wrong. You know, maybe we are faster than I think we are, but right now it's not looking like it. Especially since we're actually tracking in the red compared to our previous lap time. Maybe I cut this. Maybe that'll help. That is sad that I literally just did that. But I want to meet our goals. I want the team to be happy with me after this race. I don't want them to be in a bad standing with me. Either way, I don't think it's going to matter much because I think we're still going to qualify 22nd here. Yeah, you know, 4 seconds off the grid. It's not worth it. We're going to qualify dead last. It's not going to help. Yeah, we are effectively done. Maybe not. We might get lucky on the simple fact
Our best lap so far is a 1
that
minute
no, we're
53.2.
not. Nope. We're just not going to qualify last. That's all. So Sebastian Vettel, Nico Rosberg, and Marcus Ericsson didn't even go out and set down a lap time. Everybody else had already switched. So once I realized that everybody had already switched, I didn't even care anymore, and because I knew it was still going to be the same result. I don't get around here in but like 130s, so it's not going to change the fact that everybody else is running 129s. So once again, we are losing 2 points here, falling to 3 points on the board. Let us check this
Hey, how are
voicemail.
you? I have some information on the race goals you should keep in mind.
So finish the race in 17th place or higher, beat Kevin Magnussen, and be 16th or higher in the championship. Now, all that means I have to do is finish 16th and beat Kevin Magnussen. So yay. And I would meet all 3 goals. It would also help me in the rivalry, and so on and so on. I like Kevin. Kevin's a good guy. I like his dad, Jan Magnussen, driver of the number 3 Corvette for Corvette Racing. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to David Croft and Anthony Davidson for the call of this Australian Grand Prix. I hope everyone will enjoy this event. I'm going to do my best behind the wheel to bring us home as best as we can. We will have, again, Sebastian Vettel and Nico Rosberg starting right behind us. So, enjoy, guys.
They say that even a second is an eternity in Formula One, so going 4 winter months with no racing at all has seemed a very long time indeed. We're back though in Melbourne, home of the Australian Grand Prix since 1996. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 16 corners and 3.3 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles an hour. The close proximity of the barriers makes accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. I'm joined today in the commentary box, as I will be throughout this season, by a great racing driver, former F1 competitor, former world champion, and dare I say it, all-round top bloke as well. It's the one and only Anthony Davidson. And tell me, here we are, first Grand Prix of the season, and it's gone and rained on us. I imagine that that's not especially helpful for the teams, who are still trying to figure out, of course, what kind of performance they're all capable of.
First of all, Crofty,